歡迎大家收睇《綠茵闖蕩》論戰系列啊！呢個星期日咧，香港呢方面咧有1級賽舉行啦。咁就係4歲馬嘅系列賽嚟㗎，經典一哩賽。咁啊，顧名思義啦，4歲馬系列賽啦，啲4歲馬上場咯喎。咁就傾大戰咧，當然唔會我一個傾啦，預埋我2位拍檔啦，當然要啊，豪仔羅永豪、豬仔朱振輝嘅。
大家好。
今屆經典一哩賽咧，就睇嚟啊，似乎就冇乜話特別話一面倒優勢嘅馬喺度咁嘅喎。咁啊，會唔會同舊年真係跑落先知咧？都係要啊。
我個人都會覺得係嘅，不過就係睇翻個經典一哩賽嚟計咧，往往都係㗎啦。近呢6、7年啦嚇，都係有一啲咧當鋭而係可能由短跑起嘅馬咧，會比較着數啲。即係你質素最高嗰隻，未必真係可以贏到呢場千六嘅1級賽嘅喎。
咁同埋咧，高分馬都好重要嘅，咁啊始終都係平磅賽啦。香港嘅特色就係1級賽，跑呢個高分馬咧就特別有利嘅。咁當然你話短途馬會好啲，因為大家一齊掹上嚟嘅話咧，咁有陣時早着先機咧喺前面走咗，有陣時有啲即係長途啲或者慢熱啲嘅馬咧，直路上未必可以追翻上嚟嘅。咁其實咧之前我哋睇到，甚至乎近呢幾年啊嗱。雖然話咧步步有啦，即係個實力咧未必會喺呢個威爾頓之下。咁但係你睇下咧，3關裏邊咧後邊嗰2關咧都係威爾頓贏，但係偏偏第一關咧就係步步有咯。
其實係咪個目標嘅問題咧？即係好多朋友就買隻馬翻嚟都係跑打比啦咁啊，
大家都最想㗎啦。
未必會喺1月份嘅時候去到最 peak 咯。
咁啊當然啦，最好嘅3關立晒添啦。咁啊究竟有邊匹有冇呢啲馬喺度咧？同大家研究下今日。不過咧就傳統以嚟咧都係嘅，即係大馬房梗係着數啲啦。嗱今次咧幾大陣營都係。上年咧告東尼贏嘅美麗大師啦，但今年咧告東尼都好多馬，不過好似其他嘅對手都好多馬，而且都幾強㗎，好似蔡約翰咁啦，哇又首飾太陽又奧斯卡啦，即係仲要咧，即係呢對馬都係近期好鋭嘅馬，即係揀到騎師都唔識揀啊！我都懷疑啊。咁2匹馬點睇先？2個幕都騎晒啦。
如果你話兩隻比較咧，我自己會覺得咧喺個成熟程度方面咧，呢個首飾太陽係會佔先好多嘅。你睇得到咧，其實你比較起上嚟咧，嗱今次2隻馬嘅檔位都唔算好好啊，係咪？咁如果你話咧抽到外檔嗰隻咧，即係個首飾太陽咧，未必會咁下風。點解咧？其實佢係一隻冇乜口嘅馬嚟嘅。嗱，我嘅睇法咁樣樣啦，到底蔡陽係咪咁睇咧？聽下。
Sunjury, when he first came here to Hong Kong, he was a winner at Kyneton and Bairnsdale and Victoria. Did you ever think he'd get to these sort of heights?
It didn't really look like that probably because he, being a snitchel, he might have been restricted to a short distance, like 1200 or something. But once he started to run and show us that he was, I think his first start, he come from well back and to win, so he showed that he could run a bit further. Well, then, a lot more doors opened up for him.
He steps up to the 1600 metres on Sunday, a trip he's yet to race over before. Are you confident that he can run out a strong mile?
It seems like that. He's been running the 1400s in pretty good company, and he's been finishing those races off. So, I mean, this tempo, he might get pretty comfortable in this, and that'll allow him to run a mile against his own age.
Condition-wise and all those sort of things, how is he leading into the race?
Horse has been fine. He hasn't had any conditioning problems or soundness problems. He's been good. So not expecting to run his normal race.
The Wizard of Oz, he was sensational in the way that he won his races last preparation. He lost his first 2 this campaign. Did that ever worry you at all? Were you concerned that he mightn't come back the same horse that you hoped?
He didn't give me any indication that there was anything wrong with him. I think he just needed some racing and he needed to catch up to his rating. That sometimes they go ahead so quickly that they got to get used to the new figure. So his runs were sound without winning, but then at his 3rd start he sort of redeemed himself and went back to where he was.
How would you compare the 2 horses?
I think you couldn't. 2 completely different animals at this point, different styles of horses, but they have to both sort of come together under these conditions to run in the 4-year-old races and adapt to what these races are going to be. So we'll see how we go.
Sunjury is the high rated of the 2 horses. Do you think there is much on ability between the 2 of them?
I don't think so. I don't think there's much between them, and it just depends how they separate as you ask them to do more and ask them to do things that they cannot do. So then their distances become defined and their class becomes defined pretty quickly when you get to the top level.
都正如蔡約翰所講啦，咁首飾太陽同埋咧奧斯卡係2隻咧 都係唔同種類嘅馬嚟㗎。
冇錯啦，咁啊，你睇到其實呢一場賽事啦嚇，咪國際賽日嚟啦，翻到嚟你見個姿態啊，好似你都係贏萬事勇，唔係好多啫喎咁。但係你睇下莫雷拉啊，佢係一路已經望入邊望出邊，根本佢已經知道係空有成竹
喂，但係
㗎啦。
萬事勇同埋出邊嘅幸運如意，你估容易頂㗎？
係咯，所以就係咁樣情況咯。咁如果你話今次14檔早段走翻前啲，我覺得唔係一個好大嘅難度嚟嘅，對於佢嚟講啊。
咁啊，埋門都試課閘啦，咁啊開邊粉紅衫嘅就係首飾太陽，呢課閘都幾輕鬆。咁啊前邊咧就幸運兒啦，咁啊有繩啦。咁開邊咧就有呢個戰利品，
戰利品係跟住佢嘅，
佢好輕鬆嘅，一路撳住按住啊。
同埋你再數翻成組都咩快馬啫，飛來慢咯，勁係咪先？咁啊勁精神咯。咁如果嗰兩隻快咗之後，佢可以守到好位㗎。莫雅你真係唔好睇少佢啲搶位嘅技術啊。
不過點解會話咧？即係頭先會提過，好似步步友啊同埋威爾頓咁樣啦。其實我就覺得蔡約翰今年首飾太陽同埋奧斯卡咧就係有咁嘅味道啦。不過奧斯卡咧係冇威爾頓咁長咁解啫。一對馬嗰個即係路程性能咧，可能距離短啲
嚇，或者個勢咧都比其他嘅對手好啲啦。咁同埋我都頭先都講啦，即係揀到騎師都唔識揀啦。莫雷拉就騎曬兩匹嘅，咁啊結果咧就將首飾太陽交俾莫雅，咁而自己就騎咗奧斯卡。咁奧斯卡隻喺佢心目中係咪仲高啲咧？應該
咁其實如果咁計啦，我都即係非常之贊成嘅認同阿朱仔所講啦。首飾太陽咧嗰成熟程度咧係會比奧斯卡好，但係呢段時間咧奧斯卡嘅進步幅度咧又會比首飾太陽大，咁都好正常。
冇錯，咁啊都不妨可以一路講奧斯卡一路睇片啦。係啦，咁啊因為呢隻奧斯卡你睇到佢喺季初嗰兩場好似演出失望啲，有印象嘅朋友會記得佢季初係棘過嚟㗎。咁跟住就係 first up 第一場已經要加程啦。咁我覺得兩場係小試牛刀嘅啫。上次幫到佢咩咧就個天宇啦，同埋沿途個快步速咧，佢守到個好舒服嘅第4位啊。咁變咗翻到嚟就可以彈得對手。咁但係開面追嗰啲都唔係渣咁啊，有得威全程走外搭㗎喎。
其實有得威讓好多㗎呢場要。
不過但係呢場賽事咧，奧斯卡佢本身咧落咗去沙圈係即係近眼望過啦，佢係淡定過以前好多好多好多。咁所以咧，即係我都相信呢段時間咧，佢嗰個應該係呢1-2個月嘅啫。佢嗰個進步幅度咧係好大嘅。咁所以呢個時間增程咧係最好嘅時機。
睇埋佢試一課濕泥地嘅閘啦，1月15號嗰招嚟㗎。
冇錯啦，咁啊呢課閘咧，
好輕鬆嘅啫，
咪都好輕鬆啦。嗰啲係黃龍寶區啊、摩列奴啊，
佢應該要好輕鬆，
阻佢唔到啦嗰啲。
嗱，不過老實講，即係唯一一點就係咧，大家都係外檔嘅話咧，我會驚奧斯卡個克服嗰個難度會高啲，因為印象記得前一場賽事咧，佢沿途走2搭咧，翻到嚟唔算好好㗎，咁啊，所以今次咧睇下佢個9檔係點樣克服啦。
咁好啦，蔡約翰就2匹啦，另一個John當然唔會讓你專美啦，佢出夠4匹添，咁啊4匹咧，其實我哋睇過咧，哇都唔係講笑嘅喎，即係好多嗰啲我哋季初講過嗰啲咧，即係好勁嘅武器馬翻嚟，其中一班係代代為王。喂，不過第一場落地，大家點睇係咪好似有啲失望咁？你覺得啊？咁
名氣馬係咁㗎啦，同埋咧，我成日都強調啦，始終自購馬嚟到香港咧，第一場咧贏1600咧，嗰個難度咧係冇贏1400咁大嘅，所以佢上次走去跑1400咁，翻到嚟只係遠遠落敗啦，咁跑過第6。你話嗰個第6咧名次就唔係好後，咁啊距離係遠啲啦。
咁啊，既然係咁啊，聽下潘頓嘅繼續睇你代代為王點講啦嚇。
Zach Consort runs in the Hong Kong Classic Mile on the weekend. You rode him first time around. What sort of feel did he give you there?
Yeah, obviously we were hoping for a little bit more, but they ran really quick through the middle section of that race, and it had rained sort of just prior or during the day a little bit, and the track was a little bit chopped up, and I think a combination of those two things, he just wasn't able to get into his rhythm throughout the race, and therefore just struggled to finish it off a little bit. And obviously he went into the race quite underdone. He was going to improve a lot off that. You know, in every gallop I've given him since then, he just seems to improve that little bit more, and he's finally starting to get to a point now where he's starting to give the feel that he's heading in the right direction. Obviously this race is going to be short of fitness again and probably short of distance, but I'm hoping that he runs better and you know he continues on with that after this race.
好似聽潘頓啲口氣就好似講到頭先都滯滯地咁好似。冇
錯，當然你如果講能力嘅話咧，代代為王睇翻呢場啦，喺6月份啦咁啊，舊年6月份聖詹武士皇宮錦標我哋都有直播嘅。咁啊，佢直路上面出咗頭嘅，開面上嚟咧教堂峽谷啦，後邊仲有隻樂欣港人衝上嚟啦，佢啊頂唔住樂欣港人，只係跑第3。但係其實嗰場咧，我覺得係早咗踩嘅，咁佢就係因為想贏呢隻教堂峽谷啦，咁先跑到第3。
咁啊，只要希望今次唔好漏閘啊，有唔同表現咯。因為上次起步已經唔算好快啊。不過就大魔另外一隻就假晒糖喎，一嚟到落地就贏
多，明月千里。
咁啊，似乎咧，如果講話嚟到香港嘅賽績咧，就犀利啲。咁你始終咧澳洲馬咧係會比歐洲馬咧係比較容易啲適應嘅。咁我哋都可以睇翻咧上一次啊喺呢個國際賽日明月千里點一出就贏啊！
呢場賽事有扣女添㗎，海船生輝嗰場賽事都好注目嘅。咁但係佢走個位啊靚過海船生輝好多啦，好早啊跟咗上前邊嘅呢度咧，布文一抽出嚟哇！雖然少少閃埋去啊，咁但係跑多兩步哇，真係冇得跑喎，真係。
好鬼有運嘅，即係喺澳洲已經成日抽好檔位咁馬嚟㗎啦。
嚟到香港又
係啊，亦都係好準成、好襟搏啊咁。所以你見到跑完呢場之後咧，係咁默默做功夫啊，落埋草地啊咁咧，我諗個目標咧都唔會話分主副㗎啦。
即刻睇埋呢課試集1月5號啊！
其實都係嘅，咁同埋咧呢隻馬都係見到嚟得好快啊！咁所以咧贏完嗰場之後咧，呢課埋門呢課集咧，雖然前面嗰對馬咧就世澤之星同埋勁兔王走咗去啊，咁但係咧其實你見到佢好輕鬆咁
試1000集啫喎，
輕輕熬下就上咗嚟。
同埋呢一課集咧起步啊，佢嘅反應好敏捷嘅，即係反應隻馬咧係好在水準啦嚇。
咁啊拖住啦嚇，咁啊睇下啦，睇究竟大摩咧即係咁多匹馬裏邊呢匹係咪即係自己應該係主力啦嚇？好啦，第一節就傾完大摩同蔡約翰啦，咁啊唔止佢兩個馬房嘅馬嘅，下一節翻嚟傾埋其他參戰馬。